Hello again. Yes, Tesla. Now that's a company that's featured on the Blunders quite a few times over the years. Of course, Elon Musk is a bit much, really, a bit too much. But you know what? We love him here in South Africa because he went to Pretoria Boys High. That's right, he's a South African. He can do no wrong in our eyes. He's Tony Stark from the Avengers, for God's sakes. A genius. Anyway, this week, people can't stop talking about Tesla because the share price has been busting out of its trousers, absolutely beasting higher, crushing it just about every single day. And then, falling yesterday, last night by 18%. No, wait, it's up pre-market. Well, anyway, you get the picture. It's somewhat volatile, as they say in the trade. Now, what the hell is actually going on here? Well, first, let me give you some perspective. This time last year, in 2019, Tesla was in the dog box, the naughty corner. The share price was languishing. People were literally concerned that the whole company was going out of business. The new Model 3 cars were slow in coming off the production line, technical difficulties, sales looked a bit dodgy, the company making huge losses, basically running out of cash, concerns that they wouldn't be able to raise any more money. Plus, Musk was in trouble with the stock market authorities. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, wanted to fine him heavily for tweeting dumb shit on his own personal Twitter account. You remember the occasion where he tweeted that he was taking the company private at $420 a share and that he had funding secured. And then it turned out he didn't have the money lined up at all. Whoops, sorry. In addition, Elon, of course, was insulting people online. You remember he called the British adventurer a pedo guy, and got sued. Elon's defense, by the way, when he came to trial on that matter, was that that was a common insult back in the day when he was at Pretoria Boys High in the 1980s. I was at Pretoria Boys High in the 1980s before Elon, and I never heard anyone getting called a pedo guy. That's not an insult you sling around lightly. Anyway, as a result of these and many other problems, Tesla was a favorite target of short sellers. And for those of you following the story from home, short sellers are like traders who borrow shares from a bank and then sell them in the market, hoping the stock will go down. And if it does, of course, then you can buy them back on the market at lower prices and return them to the bank and make yourself a handy profit. Did you get that? Not really? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. The short sellers make money if a share price goes down. If it goes to zero, even better. Funds like David Einhorn's Green Light Capital, Jim Chanos, Kinnikos Associates, and Crispin Odey Asset Management from London. All those three firms, amongst many others, built up these enormous short positions with the borrowed Tesla stock. And then, of course, they went around publicly slating Musk, sending him rude public letters, open letters, and messages via Twitter and doing interviews on the TV saying what a fool he was. Share price of Tesla hits a low of $179 in May 2019. Well, let me tell you, since then, things have picked up very nicely for Tesla. Over in Shanghai, they built a new plant to make the Model 3 cars. A new plant under 1 year. They took it from a muddy field to a fully completed production line for Model 3s in less than 12 months. They've also announced a plan to develop a new plant for European market just outside Berlin, taking auto production to the Germans. Production and sales of Model 3 cars have been excellent, and it's beginning to dawn on people that one day all cars will be electric and solar charged, and Tesla may well remain the market leader. Countries like the United Kingdom just passed a law yesterday that says no petrol or diesel cars may be sold in that country again after 2035. None. You know, and Tesla critics, of which there are many, have always said, oh yes, when the big auto manufacturers like Toyota, VW, Daimler, BMW, once they start making electric vehicles, then Tesla are going to be toast. Well, you know what? I've got news for you. No one seems to want to buy an electric vehicle from those petrol-headed dinosaurs. Audi, Jaguar, BMW, they've all made electric cars, all electric. No one wants to buy them. But if you own a Tesla, oh no, then you're the coolest kid on the street. Then your enviro cred goes through the roof. This week, Wednesday, the Tesla share price hit an all-time high of $970 a share. So it went from 179 to 970. Hashtag humble brag alert. I own Tesla shares myself. I've been on that wide ride. I first bought shares in Tesla at $17 on the 13th of August 2010. Hashtag humble brag. Now look, there's been a lot of good news driving Tesla's recovery, but the real reason for the really, really wild moves in the share price this last week, probably those short sellers that I mentioned earlier. They're getting fried, exterminated, obliterated, terminated. According to my, back of the envelope calculations, by Wednesday night, traders like these betting against Tesla stock had lost more than $10 billion since the beginning of 2020. We're only 1 month in, including nearly $2.5 billion in losses on Monday and another $2 billion on Wednesday. Couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of shits. This is what is known in the trade as an epic short squeeze. Those guys like Einhorn, Chanos, and Odie have run out of money. They're facing margin calls from the banks that arranged their short trades. The banks have told them to sit down and shut up. They've taken the wheel. The banks are the ones buying back the stock at any fucking price in the market to close out the trade. They're the ones driving up the price as they get out. Desperation short covering. It's beautiful. It's always done at the worst possible price. So in the next few days, the dead bodies are going to start floating to the surface. Stay tuned to your favorite financial news service. Meanwhile, Elon Musk, he's smiling. His net worth just broke through the $40 billion mark. Amandla!